Well, they finally done it. On November 30th, 2022, Marriott Vacations kind of officially launched Abound by Marriott Vacations. What does this mean for you, and what more do we know now that we didn't know before? Well, we're going to talk all about it right after this. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy. If you logged into Vistana.com on November the 30th, 2022, or even after that, you probably noticed quite a few changes out there. Kind of looks similar, but probably noticed quite a few changes with the website and how it relates to Abound by Marriott Vacations. And with that, one of the first things you might or may not have actually noticed is you actually have the ability to elect points. And with electing points, it also means you have the ability to see how many club points your week or your vacation ownership interest with Vistana is actually worth in the Abound program. And to do this, you can actually go to one of two places. The first one being you can actually go and try and elect club points for your ownership. So when you go in there, you select the year, and once you do that, you'll then be able to see how many club points each of your ownership interests is worth. The other way to actually go in and see how many club points your ownership is worth is to go to the What I Own section. So there's a tile on the dashboard. You can click on What I Own, and then it will show you essentially everything you own and the club points associated with those ownership interests. So be sure, go out there and check that out. And also let me know down in the comments below what it is you own. So the type of ownership, whether it's Westin Flex, Sheraton Flex, if it's a week, how big is it, what resort is it, what season is it, and how many club points it's actually worth, because I'm actually compiling a spreadsheet for this to track all of these, just kind of for my information, also to help other owners as well in the future. So be sure to leave that information down in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Right behind me, there's a bird standing here on the edge of the bridge, really close. Doesn't seem to be too scared of me. Just hope he doesn't decide to kind of fly into my head or anything. But the next thing I want to let you know about here, about Abound by Marriott Vacations, is that you now have the ability to see your new owner benefit level. So if you didn't know already, those old VSN, Vistana Signature Network, 3, 4, and 5-star levels, they're essentially gone, and they've been replaced by owner benefit level. So owner, select, executive, presidential, and chairman's club. And essentially, you can now see this either by going through the Vistana dashboard, clicking on one of those things to use club points, and then at the top of the Marriott Vacation Club portal that you're sent to, you will see your owner benefit level. Another way to do it is to click on your little name, kind of your profile in the top corner of the Vistana website. You might have your picture there, you might not, but up there in the top corner, you just click on that, and then it'll also give you information in there about your owner benefit level and the number of benefits that are available to those. Well, that's probably a subject for another video, but there is information out there on Marriott Vacation Club website about the benefits for each owner benefit level. Now, I know I mentioned this earlier, that you can elect club points for 2023, 24, or 2025. And that's important because you can now actually make Abound club point reservations either at other Vistana resort properties, whether it be Sheraton Vacation Club, Westin Vacation Club, or even Vistana Beach Club, or you can make reservations at Marriott Vacation Club properties for 2023 and 2024. The reason you can actually elect 2025 is, well, technically you can elect those and borrow them into 2024 for reservations. So that's why so early here now, it seems like 2025 points can actually be elected. So if you're interested in staying at a Marriott Vacation Club property or even another Vistana property, be sure to go out there and check some availability. It's kind of hard to do, it's kind of clunky to do if you don't have any points, but as soon as you elect club points, well, hey, it is super easy. It's kind of one of the big drawbacks, not real easy to see what's really available until you elect. So you're kind of making some blind assumptions and hoping that availability is going to be there if you elect club points, because as soon as you elect club points, well, that transaction is final and cannot be reversed. Now, another interesting thing that we've noticed is how they've actually kind of facilitated making reservations with club points for Vistana owners. Essentially, you go out to the Vistana website, you elect your points, and then when you want to make club point transactions, whether it be booking a reservation, banking, club points, anything like that, well, you gotta click on a link on the Vistana website, and then it actually takes you over to MarriottVacationClub.com, kind of scaled down version of the full Marriott Vacation Club website. Essentially just allows you to make point-based transactions. So kind of an interesting thing that they did there was setting up how to make reservations as a Vistana only owner. Now, as I understand it, if you own Marriott Vacation Club and Vistana, when you elect club points from your Vistana ownership, well, you can actually log in through MarriottVacationClub.com through your ownership with Marriott Vacation Club and make reservations with all of your points. You can also do that, of course, going through Vistana.com and going over to the Marriott Vacation Club website, but I really think it's probably easiest if you've elected club points for Vistana, just then do all of your reservations through MarriottVacationClub.com. Then you only have one place to log into instead of going into Vistana.com just to get back to MarriottVacationClub.com. So now next up here is the ability to rent or transfer vacation club points, whether you be transferring your own points to somebody else, or maybe you need a few more points for that great reservation. Well, you can go out there and potentially rent points from somebody and get them transferred to you. Now, in order to get points transferred to yourself, if you're a Vistana owner only, meaning you don't also own Marriott Vacation Club, well, you need a 13-digit Marriott Vacation Club ownership number that's been assigned to you. At least this is what we understand. This really hasn't been tried in practice yet, so this might be a little bit different once we actually find out for sure, but we understand you need your 13-digit Marriott Vacation Club ownership number, which you can get by calling Vistana. I think you can also find it by clicking through those links on Vistana.com that take you to the Marriott Vacation Club ownership website and that portal where you can make reservations and perform club point transactions. And then check up in the web address bar, you'll see up there a 13-digit number that might or might not be the number you need. But if you need to know for sure you're going to be doing a transaction, call Vistana, find out how to do this, find out that number you need in order to get points transferred to you. And the reason that point transfers are so valuable, in my opinion, is essentially if you just need a few hundred points or maybe a few thousand points for a reservation, well, you can go out and get points. There are places like the Tug Marketplace or even vacationpointexchange.com, great website where people list points for rent or even points wanted, and you can rent them for just a little bit over maintenance fees on what it costs for trust owners, Marriott Vacation Club trust owners, to own those points and essentially get them transferred to you. No need to go out and buy more points for tens of thousands of dollars from Marriott Vacation Club. Extremely powerful tool, the ability to transfer points. Now remember, I did do a previous video. There is a 20,000 point transfer limit on point transfers. Probably won't impact you, but I will put a link to that video right up there. You can check that out. All right, now on to the last thing. This transition doesn't seem to be 100% complete, just for a few reasons. I haven't actually been able to find a way to search for Marriott Vacation Club Explorer Collection options through the webpage that you go to from Vistana.com in order to book club point reservations and do club point transactions. If you're a Marriott Vacation Club owner and you're logged into MarriottVacationClub.com, there are menu options there to find those Explorer Collection options. That be cruises, might be tours through Colette, those kinds of things. Well, I haven't found a way to see those yet. Can see things like rental car discounts and using club points for resort credit, those kinds of things, but haven't seen a way to see actual Explorer Collection offerings, which usually aren't a great use of points, but might actually be useful in some situations. Those are things like tours, safaris, tours through China, through Europe, through Australia, those kinds of things. So haven't seen that ability out there yet. I also noticed that the a la carte fees for things like banking star options, for housekeeping, adding a guest name to a star option reservation, or even exchanging through Interval International into other Vistana and Marriott properties with your Vistana ownership, well, still has all of those fees. That's all supposed to go away with the new club fee, which also unfortunately did go up in price, but the benefits are there because you do get all of these other fees included. But right now, for now, those fees still exist. When you go to make a reservation, potentially for 2023, and a housekeeping fee applies, well, it does still add that housekeeping fee. If you go to Interval International and try and do an exchange with your Vistana ownership, well, it's still asking you for an exchange fee, a trade fee, in order to exchange into Marriott and Vistana properties. So unfortunately, that hasn't gone away yet, but I think that is actually not happening until January the 1st, 2023. And truly, I probably wouldn't expect it on day one, at least the way Marriott's been operating lately with their website and their technology launch and integration for this program. It's been a long time coming, but for now, at least, we're a lot closer, and we're actually, I guess you could say, we're kind of there with Abound by Marriott Vacations. I really hope you did like this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps out these videos. To see more videos all about timeshare, check out the description box below. And for another video about Abound by Marriott Vacations, well, I'll put a link to one right up here. You're going to want to check it out. More information about the launch. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, remember, the best destination is always a timeshare.